Hello and welcome to Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Episode number is something I should have grabbed before we began. I want to say 10. Is it
I
10?
think it might be 11.
11. 11 or 10. Well, if you're listening back to this, then you will hopefully see the title.
I mean, if you
And then you'll
stall
know
for a
what-
bit, I could look it up.
Yeah, why not?
It's 11. Last one was
It's
10.
11, yes.
Excellent. There we go. So, episode 11 from the very organised DM that is me. So, who would like to do a recap of the previous session?
I believe it's my turn.
I do
think
believe
so.
you are correct. Yes.
So a couple of sessions ago, we provided some assistive services to the elderly. We woke them up, set the little alarm clock on the side of their bed, woke them up in the morning. All very helpful. And then last session, we decided to be the cleaning services and decided to sweep up after ourselves. But before any of that could happen, is it 25 skeletons were summoned?
I believe so, yes.
25 assorted bods, because it wasn't just skeletons, was it?
No, it was an
in
army
addition
of
to the
skeletons. And then you had like
7 Hell Vikings. There were 25 skeletons. Yeah. Wonderful.
So we just kind of said, yeah, off you go, clear up the rest of the house for us. And then we kind of walked around in the aftermath. So I guess I'll go through some of the highlights, because effectively it was just let's just go loot the place as much as we can kind of a session.
You combo
yes.
this hag's shit.
yeah.
Exactly.
I don't think this sparks joy. I'm gonna take that.
So there was lots and lots of little trinkets that we found. There was the set of library books, one of which had the Fey Court in with some pages ripped out. Next up was the room with the portraits all around, including the one we needed to steal. They were protected by brambles, and if you pricked your finger or if it touched you or something, the pictures would change momentarily. So a few of us decided to see what would happen. We got some interesting combinations there. We went up to one of the child labour rooms, and I can't remember what the creature was, but I know it produced some weird oil or...
Yeah, I think it was a boggle, if I remember correctly.
Boggle, yeah.
Yeah.
So we didn't really want any of that. So we kind of escorted them out of the premises. There was a creature in a cocoon, which as soon as we saw that, we stepped out of the room and let 10 Hell Vikings and 25 skeletons go in a nice orderly queue.
We asked the cleaning service to prioritise this particular room.
Reaction to just yell, lads!
We walked all the way through the main house and came across a dead mimic, I believe, as one of the chairs.
Yep. There were a couple of them, yeah. Yeah, a couple of dead mimics, a couple of dead regular chairs.
We finally met up with the children. We escorted them back home. We came across the dead jack-o'-lantern head creature. And then there was a rocking horse with a mysterious slot where a horn would go. And lo and behold, we put the horn in and it came back to life as a unicorn, who dashed off back to meet their partner, but will be coming back to us at some point to give us aid, I believe.
Correct, yes.
Any other points of interest along the way?
We found... we learned what needs to be done in order to rescue a certain lord.
Mm-hmm.
We also remote instituted another coup, or possibly 6 or 7 coups.
I forgot about that, yes.
One little domino. It goes falling on. Clickety click. Oh, that's a bearded frog.
And then at the very end, we went up to the mirror with the intent, I believe, to return back to the first hag.
Yes. Freya wants to go back and just stick the boot in.
Yes.
And so we all are all preparing to just about do that, having just had a long rest, I believe,
Yes.
where we leveled up to
long
level
rest.
6.
Yes.
And at the end of that rest, there was a little minor ritual, which you all participated in, and the ghost of a certain lord appeared momentarily, of course.
Yes. So normally at this stage I would ask you to roll a d8, but today what will happen is you will receive a coin very similar to ones that you've all received before, but whereas unlike before where you've got the 24 symbols of the is it the major arcana I said they were, instead in Fae 22, sorry, yes, thank you. It just has in Fae, and the words are kind of like cycling round, like like one of those display boards where you've got like the letters that come across, and it says at the moment Whimsy server offline. So that is a IOU as
Amazing.
as they are all currently stored on Foundry, to which I have no access. So yes.
Oh, you mean you don't have offline backups?
Not for
Not
those.
for the Tumblestrom. Oh.
Not. I've done the big ones, but to be honest, you've done most of those. So.
I mean, could I immediately redeem it for a pull of the deck of many things, right?
I mean, yeah, sure.
Yes.
I'm not going to stop you, but it will certainly make a very interesting rescue mission if there's.
No.
We all get a pull, right?
If Ryan and Joe,
Yeah.
and I guess Mike as well, agree, then I will. Yes, sure.
If Mike's happy for it, then I will happily pull from the deck of many things.
I'm happy for you to doom yourselves. Yeah.
Oh, you see, there's such lovely role playing I want to get done with Tommy. However, I do quite want to pull from the deck.
Come on, it's the chaos game. Let chaos reign.
For me, I would say let's leave it a week and see where we see how we feel, because we can always, I mean,
Yeah,
a lot of us also have points of inspiration that can be turned into pulls from the deck of many things.
Yeah. Well, I believe you each have a coin, so now
I do have a coin.
Yes. So Rich, you now have 2 coins. So, however, one of those will probably be immediately redeemed. Actually, no. We'll wait till next week.
I don't want to make a third character.
Yeah, that's fair. Shall we get back your first?
Hi, it's my new barbarian, and these are my 2 ancestral guardian spirits.
To lose 1 hero could be dubbed unfortunate. To lose 2 is just carelessness.
Well, I am going to pull to see what I would have gotten.
Very well.
Yeah. This would have been the knight. I would have gained the service of a 4th level fighter.
Okay. So I believe that you're going after Lucius. I certainly hope you are, because that's what I've prepared in my.
I think it wasn't the intention of the entire group in character, but it's certainly what I understand to be happening.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So, am I okay to presume that you will approach the mirror, but rather than going after the hag, you will be placing the ring against it? Okay, cool. So this time the mirror changes, and you can see through it quite a sunny-looking marketplace. As you step through, you hear in Tumblestrum's voice the words, temporal safeguards in place. Good luck. and you will appear in a busy-ish market. So it's quite a sunny day. There's several people milling about. So in front of you, there's several stalls. So there is a fortune teller or a hooded figure by a crystal ball that catches your eye. There's a vendor that is beckoning you across to their tent. There is there's another vendor that stood in front of a whole array of different potions. You can see that there are several posters dotted up about the place. And then if you turn to look behind you, off in the distance, there is a very grand looking palace, but the way is barred by way of several wooden planks and signs that say closed under order of the king.
Do we think we're in the Fey realm still, or does this feel a lot more mundane?
It certainly feels a lot more mundane. There's not the same magic.
The whimsy slider has been
It-
desaturated a little.
Yes, that's a
Could
brilliant way of putting it.
try just flagging down a random passerby, just any,
Yeah,
like not like one of the stall holders, like
yeah.
where are we?
Oh, do you not know this is this is the land of Amithla. Are you traders by any chance?
I mean, in fairness, we did recently come into a large number of portable objects that could be exchanged for goods and/or services. So
We have done a fair bit of trading as well.
The trade is a dying art these days. It's good to have you. Some say that we are the last market in existence.
right. And what kind of things get sold here?
All sorts. Take a look around.
I might just do that. The one thing going from it. Do you ever read the poem "Goblin Market" by Christina Rossetti?
I did not, I'm afraid.
We shall not look at goblin men. We shall not eat their flesh. For who knows upon what soil they fed their thirsty, hungry roots.
Yes.
On by call the goblins hobbling down the glen, etc.
I have heard of that one, but I did not know that was who it was by.
Yeah, I think it's Christina Rossetti.
I'll have a look at the poster.
Of course. So, the poster is an advert, and it is a advert for a grand party, and it says all welcome, and then it has an address on it, and upon reading that, you suddenly know roughly how to get to there. So a new location has opened up to you for when you are ready to visit.
Does it say what the party's for or about? Just a party.
It's surprisingly nondescript. It's as if everyone already knows, and there is no need to advertise that fact.
Guess I'll sidle up to the person with the crystal ball.
Yeah. Adventurers, you are not from this land. Great danger lies here, for we are at the end of days. Move quickly. Tick-tock, tick-tock. And then he bows his head again.
Why is it the end of the days?
He does not react.
Like,
Uh,
wave
what-
my hand. Hello.
There appears to be no reaction whatsoever.
What kind of creature is the fortune teller?
So you can't actually tell. There appears to be a magical darkness covering the hood.
Cool.
Is that okay, Mike? Will we be able to pass on the various valuable accoutrements?
Yeah, are you checking your? Is that you checking your coin purses at that stage?
That would be well, Tommy has bugger all money anyway, but that is the sack of valuables that anything that had a gold cost that wasn't that quill from
Yes.
from Scabatha's house.
So those objects are not currently with you.
Oh, okay.
Is the ring?
The ring is still with you. And can I? What's everyone's passive perceptions?
Not good.
16.
19.
Twelve.
What was yours? Sorry, Joe.
12.
So you don't notice this, but Freya and Fenwick, sorry, your coin purses feel considerably lighter.
Around. Have they just gotten stolen?
No, your coin purses are still there, but it is as if a significant weight has been removed from them.
I mean, I don't know how much weight 5 gold can be, but
That's a good point.
Yeah, Freya only has 5 gold as well.
How the fuck have I got the most money here?
Wait, hang on. No, sorry, 9 gold, 5 silver.
There you go.
So is that you actively checking your coin purse?
if we feel that something is amiss, then
Cool.
I'd check.
So, in your coin purse, there's a sparkly dust. You could say it's of a gold, silvery, coppery nature, and there are 3 bright blue coins.
Oh, aye. What are
And
the
that's-
coins like?
So you recognise them to look very much like electrum pieces, but sort of slightly brighter in colour. But that is the same for all 3 of you. So you each have 3 electrum pieces and gold, silver, and copper. Bronze, sorry, dust.
Is
Freya
like, an
picks one
insignia
out.
on them?
Oh,
There, go on.
no, you go ahead. You're asking about knowledge. Freya's going to do something.
So, interestingly, a lot of the markings seem to have worn down.
Did we fucking time travel?
Freya's just holding one up, going, "What the fuck is this? Never seen one of these before. Anyone?"
I mean, it looks very valuable.
You there, boy, what year is it?
It's well, it's today, of course. And then he looks confused at the question, tries to think, and then just continues walking as if you'd never asked a question.
Really hoped you were going to say he exploded. I don't know why.
I was expecting nosebleed and pass out.
So the other things on this, so the things that are circled on this diagram.
Yeah, they're the 5 things of interest.
Right. So there was the.
So you've got the fortune teller. You've got a vendor waving you across to their tent. You've got a vendor of so I've got the one with all the sort of the vegetables and the spices and things like that. I've put that as an apothecary, effectively. You've got the party poster, which has now opened up a new location for you, and then you've got the blocked off entry behind you towards the Great Palace.
Right, gotcha. The guy's selling all the vegetables, right?
Yep.
The apothecary. Could I get the most lethally hot chili powder you've ever seen in your life?
Um.
You mean a cholt bonnet?
Oh, Chultian bonnet, yeah. I'd do it.
I don't know what you're after. I can sell you red if you want. Would you like some red?
Well, I wouldn't want to be blue.
We sell blue, but as well, we've got blue, red, and yellow.
You're just selling colours, is what you're selling colours.
Well, yeah, in liquid form.
Right, gotcha.
Now, we were told that this is the last market in the world, apparently. And you're telling me you don't sell even the most basic of hot chilies?
Or even provisions of any kind.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm not sure I understand. What are provisions?
Right.
Okay, do you have some of the deepest blue you can imagine? And then you swirl in a little bit of purple, a little bit of, and then just little drops of white in there?
We don't sell white, but if you want purple, I can sell you red and blue. I'm not allowed to mix them, but what you do in your own time, and then he winks at you.
I just wanted to paint a night sky.
What?
What?
Sky?
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't say anything.
Okay.
So, why is that palace up there boarded up?
By order of the king.
Yeah, but why?
What? Because it is forbidden.
But it being boarded up implies that there was a time when it was not boarded up, and then it was boarded up.
Yeah. Yeah, you
How did
must
the
be
one
right.
state of affairs come to be the other state of affairs?
Well, I can't remember. Isn't that funny? It's on the tip of my tongue, and yet it's just forbidden.
What's the king's name?
I don't know. How could I have forgotten the king?
What's your name?
Oh, well, my name is
Yeah, that tracks.
Can I interest you in some colours, gentlemen?
Freya gives him a very blank look.
Do you have any black?
No, just
Just
I've
red
got-
and blue.
and
Red.
yellow.
Red, blue, and yellow.
Yeah.
Right.
Got as
How-
many of those.
How much for some red?
One.
One?
Yeah, one.
One what?
Well, money. One.
One of these, and I'll do a sleight of hand for one of the electrum coins.
Yes, that's the one. One of those.
And how much will one get me?
It'll get you one.
What if I wanted half?
Well, you pay one, and then I give you one, and you pour half of it away, I guess.
And would you buy the half back off me?
Well, no, you've just poured it away.
This is some fake fucking bullshit. I love it.
I think you were lying to us when you said this place has less whimsy.
Yeah.
What's in the other stall?
Hmm.
Ah, ah, uh, yes, people, yes, come in, come in. I am the vendor of the finest wares, and surprisingly, it is a shop of clothes. I sell outfits for all occasions. I've got royal finery. I've got a jester's outfit. I've got um, a tuxedo, although I'm not sure what that is. But we sell those as well. If you wanted to look like a giant red bird, I can make you look like that. Got some Venetian masks. I don't know why they're called Venetian masks, but we got them. I'm doing a very good deal. It's 1 for 3.
What would you recommend for a party?
Oh, a party. Ah, you will want the masks.
Right.
Why? What sort of party do you think we're going to?
The party, I assume.
Good, I was just testing you.
Hmm.
And of course, we use the masks for.
You can't come in unless you're wearing a mask.
Exactly, I knew it.
Bonus round. When is the party?
Now.
But you're not wearing your mask. How can you be going to the party?
Oh, I'm not going to the party. No, no. I'm staying here to sell clothes. It's my job.
If everyone is going to be at the party, who are you going to sell clothes to?
No, 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 no. You misunderstand. Everyone is welcome to the party, but not everyone is going to the party. I must stay here to sell clothes.
Can Freya pick up the most boring, bland mask she can find? Like if it's just a plain grey mask.
Bandit mask.
I'm
Yeah.
thinking not even a bandit mask. Like it's whoa.
It's the template they use to make the other masks.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Freya will see one that is presumably only half made, and she'll just go, "Can I have that one, please?"
Sure. And what can I get for you two fine gentlemen?
Ooh, ooh. Unless she sees a mask that is like the night sky or something.
There is a moon mask. Well, a half moon mask.
Okay, Freya will have the really boring mask in her hand, and then see the moon one and just. You'll need to come back to me.
Of course.
One second.
Of course. Just while you're pondering, I'm going to pop to Lou very quickly.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is going to have a bearing on anything later. It's just stylistic.
Well, what kind of chuckle fuckery would Tommy want to get out of the mask?
You see, that's a good question.
If you had an inkling that this was all about saving Lucius, could you maybe get a mask that looks like Lucius?
To be honest, for Tommy, like, out of character, I really want to get a mask of Piero from Commedia dell'arte. The sad clown.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
You could go a little bit meta and get a tabaxi mask, a ginger and white one. It's, very portly in the face.
So this isn't necessarily like a top list. It's just the list of the ideas I've had in the past few minutes. Like a splicer mask from BioShock, one of the bloodstained
Oh,
ones.
yep. Love it.
Like the sad clown from Commedia dell'arte.
Yep.
Would meta commentary. Like yeah. I think he'd probably go for the sad clown mask.
Yep. That's absolutely fine.
The mask Ryan picked up, could it be described as a crescent moon mask?
Yes. That is
So-
exactly how I would describe it.
Have we seen that mask before?
Mm.
Was it on one of the paintings?
Oh.
Because if
Oh,
it
that's-
is, well, I'll mention it either way, but I want to get context of whether it's that mask. And we've
Freya
That
is
is
leaning
incredible.
more towards wearing the crescent moon mask.
So I know exactly. It looks similar. Oh, that is. I'd actually forgotten about that, and the answer is yes. It looks similar, but not the same. Oh, I know that the one that you're talking about, and sorry, I've just seen it. No, so this half moon would actually cover the face, as opposed to it going around the face.
Yes, wanted to check.
But yeah, I like that. That's very clever.
Well, I was just making sure that you weren't being clever and trying to catch us out, good sir.
I do such a thing. You can trust me.
I mean, I think you'd want to do such a thing. Were you able to, though?
Yep, very nice.
Is there a mask of a devil?
Yeah. There's a whole selection, and I would. Are we talking the traditional sort of red face horn style devil?
Yeah, like nice circle of hell type devil.
Yes.
You could find a mask of Zariel.
I'll pick a typical over exaggerated devil type mask.
The classic cheesy Satan mask.
Yeah.
Cool.
Turn to Tommy. Does it suit me? Would you like to make a deal?
Cool. Have the three of you picked out your masks at this stage?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, Freya does go for the moon mask.
Wonderful choices. Wonderful. That will simply be one, please. And he holds out his hand.
One for all three of us, or one?
Yeah, one for three. It's a good deal here.
How many did you say we had each?
You've got three
Three
each.
Okay.
Alright, I got
Sure.
this.
Oh wait.
And Freya gives one.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
I mean, Freya has no idea how valuable or unvaluable this particular currency is. So she's happy to go one for three. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I guess that's a decent deal, sure.
3 for a 1.
Yep.
So the fortune teller won't respond to us anymore.
The fortune teller does not seem to respond to any further input. No.
You said there was a crystal ball at their feet.
Yes.
Is it active? Can we look into it?
Oh. So there is. You can see in there. There is the number 4 visible.
And what is this supposed to mean? I'll give the hooded figure a poke.
So the hooded figure's quite solid, so it's not like you're just poking through a cloak, but there is no reaction from the hooded figure itself.
What would 1 get me? Another poke.
Still, there is no reaction.
Any ideas? Or should we just move on?
Do you feel like we should get some of the colours to take with in case they're important later?
Maybe we have. Maybe. The crystal ball.
Mm-hmm.
Fortune teller guy. In the picture, he's got some staffs behind him.
That is purely
decorative. Okay.
I was about to say, because I believe that's the staff of conjuration, enchanting, and power, respectively.
Yeah, I was just gonna grab one and swing it, see what happens.
I mean, for flavour, I'm going to say that there are staffs there that look like that, and if you do grab one and swing one, you'll notice that they are very flimsy replicas.
I'm going to go and buy some red, blue, and yellow from the bloke.
Yep. If you're buying one of each, that will be 3 in total. 3 of your finest electromy-ish.
Can we get a discount? The other guy was doing 1 for 3. Seems only
Yes.
fair you do the same.
Here's a clothes vendor. I am a seller of colours. Colours are considerably more valuable.
How bound by Fey laws do you think this guy is? Do I get the sense this guy is?
Can I have, let's say, insight or arcana?
17.
Ooh, that's a very good roll.
Actually, before you answer, I'm gonna bump that with my soul knife feature for an extra d6. So 20 Eldritch.
Have a guidance.
I shall.
Is that advantage?
No, it's an extra D4.
Oh, very nice.
24.
Ooh, good rolls. So it's not the same bounds that you have perhaps encountered with Mr. Light and Mr. Witch. There is something else at play here, something that you have not yet encountered, and it is unclear as to its exact nature, whether that be fey or otherwise. But yes, something magical is influencing him, but it seems a lot more insidious,
Yeah.
as opposed to certain strict rulings.
Yeah, I'll pay the guy 3. I think I'd rather have them than not later.
Yep.
To come back from. So
Cool. So you've got a red, a blue, and a yellow,
and a mask.
and a mask.
Now that we have spent 4 coins, can I go back and look at this crystal ball?
Yeah, sure thing.
Any different?
No, it still has the number 4.
Can I have an investigate around and see if I can see any other numbers kicking about?
Absolutely, yeah. Make an investigate check.
That is a 20.
That is very good. So, no, there are no numbers. The one with a 20, the one thing I will give you is the area outside of this market towards the main town is surprisingly deserted.
As opposed to this place, which is more bustling.
Yes.
Have we visited every circle highlighted on this map then?
Mm-hmm.
You have, yes.
Polystore, poster,
Excuse
Ask
me.
Guy, and fortune teller.
Correct.
What was it the fortune teller said?
Got to be quick.
Adventurers, you are not from this place. Hurry now before time runs out. Tick tock, tick tock.
Right, no time at the present then, let's fuck off. So are
Cool.
we heading to the boarded up exit from the marketplace?
Mm-hmm.
Is that still boarded up?
That's imagine imagine someone has literally just nailed 2 planks of wood in a cross, like in an X, sorry, across the way.
So now
With so you can get past it if you wish. But yeah, so it's been boarded up more in the sense of to make it seem like no one can get through, but it's not physically stopping anyone going past.
if I put my mask on, does
Mhm.
anything look different?
Nope. Everything looks the same.
Should we just duck under?
Well, can we see anywhere else
Is this-
to reasonably investigate?
Is this
So-
different from knowing that the party is a place that we can go?
Yeah, so the party is in a separate direction towards the apparently deserted town. You are feeling so, whereas the houses generally seem nondescript, you are being drawn to a certain location within that town, and you instinctively know that is where the party is happening.
And is that in the palace or not?
No, that's in the opposite direction to the palace. The palace is so the palace is where the boarded up fence is. So between, but there's a forest, like an overgrown area between you and the palace.
Right, so head to the party first then. Now that we got our
Hang
mask.
on 1 second. What are we doing here?
I got no fucking idea, but I also don't know how to get home.
Yeah, I thought we were trying to get to the get back to the where we were before. Was it Loom Lurch? No, that's where we left.
Hither.
Yes, we're trying to get back to Hither, and suddenly we're here. I don't know what went on. Tommy?
Well, Humblestrom certainly thinks it's where we should be.
Hooked if I know.
Can I roll insight on Fenwick to see that he knows more than he's letting on?
18 deception.
18 deception, huh?
Mm-hmm.
This will be insight. I have a +9.
Oh, fuck.
I got a 17, which is almost as well as I could do.
Oh, I got 18. Who wins in that?
Traditionally, defender wins.
In that case, yeah, I don't know that Fenwick has any idea what's going on.
I would say that you believe enough that because it's a close call, so you see no reason to think that he's lying because he's told enough of the truth that Tumblestrum thinks this is where you need to be,
Yeah.
which is a half
that's right.
truth. So, on the grounds of that tie, I would say that yeah, he's telling the truth. You just don't quite have enough insight to overcome that. There's a little bit more to that truth than perhaps is being revealed.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to, with getting that much, I'm going to say, well, we did see the ghost of Lucius just before we came through, didn't we?
Hey, because that funky ritual.
Yeah.
Very, very simple summoning ritual.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe we were just subconsciously thinking about Lucius when we went through, and that re-diverted us?
Maybe.
That is fascinating. But, you know, your man in the hood said TikTok, and I haven't been to a proper rager in fucking weeks, so.
Alright,
By all means, let's go.
alright, fine, yeah, let's head to the party.
Yep, stand by. Alright. So, with surprising ease, you make your way through the deserted streets to quite a large, a grand-looking house.
Oh, Jesus, is that the moon mask I'm wearing?
No, well, you're wearing one that is sideways.
Okay.
So, but yeah. So, you arrive at the grand party, or the masquerade ball, as is now apparent. So, the things that catch your eye is there is a host at the door that is coming towards you. You can see off in the distance that there is a dancing couple. You can see that there's a hushed group in the corner, and there is a bar where several people are gathered round. The host approaches you, looks at your attire, and says, "Ah, guests, welcome. Welcome to the party. Please take a load off. Enjoy, drink, be merry, dance."
Okay. Yeah,
Tommy,
go to the bar.
you can do enough of all that for all of us, right?
Well, maybe. Yeah, I'll go to the bar. Are they? Is it like open bar or is it?
So there is. You notice that a lot of the bar staff are all dressed in tuxedos.
Right.
So, and yeah, so guests, welcome. What can I get you?
Could you get me a tall glass of where the fuck are we?
But you've only just got here and you've already had too much to drink. This, of course, is the party.
And what location does the party sit in?
The party at Ameloth.
And what's Ameloth?
Well, Ameloth is the world.
Can I roll history on that?
Yeah, sure thing. You'll have advantage.
I'll roll history as well. 12.
I would
13.
roll 6.
Oh, 14. 14.
14. No. It may be a fairy tale, but that is a wild guess. That may or may not be accurate. Yeah, you're at the party. What can I get for you?
Like I can't think of one off the top of my head, but Tommy will order like a drink that is so inconvenient to make. He's got to like bring out like ice cream and like two different kinds of like structural like umbrella and
Yep.
whatever that is called. Like the kind of thing that if you ordered twice in a bar, you'd get kicked out.
Yeah. Okay. Sure thing. You get, can I have an insight roll from you, please?
You certainly can, and I'm not very good at them.
Can I roll insight?
If you're with him, then you absolutely can. Yeah.
Natural 20.
A natural 20. Right.
I got a 25.
Right, yeah. So he only rolled a 10, so it's quite an easy check to beat. Yeah, he looks pretty put out at the entire thing. His once very happy demeanor, incredibly angry, but he's got that service care mask on, kind of thing.
Customer
So
service.
yeah. So he's like, of course. Just one moment. I'll pop down to the cellar and get the ingredients.
As soon as I say, as soon as he says that and has a normal reaction to it, it's like, I'm just kidding. I'll have a beer. Come on.
I'll have one of those though.
So he will pour a drink and slide it towards Tommy, and you notice that there is a note at the bottom of the glass. Underneath the glass, sorry, he's not put it in the drink. And then he wanders down to the cellar to get the ingredients.
I'll flag another one down and just say, can I have an apple juice, please?
And he shrugs and nods, and he heads down the cellar. So the note, it says, with a sense of humour like that, you will enjoy the after party. And then in brackets, it says, leave your friend. And then it has...
He's got invited to the crew gig. Excellent.
Yeah. And then it has an address. And as before, you suddenly feel pulled towards a particular location within the city.
Right.
After a couple of minutes, the barkeep comes back up and says, gentlemen, welcome. What can I get for you?
I'm going to do exactly what Tommy did. I'm going to ask, could I have a really complicated drink?
Yep.
Pause a beat, and then as he goes, I'm only kidding. And says it in complete deadpan. Yeah, could I please have a Choltian bomb blast or whatever it was, and then with the look of defeat in his eyes, I just go, I'm only joking. I'll have a beer, please.
Cool. He will let out an almost identical chuckle as before. You will get your beer, and there is a note slid under it. This one says, with a sense of humour like that, you will like the after party. This time there's no additional message about not inviting certain people, and then it has the address. He sees that Tommy's got a beer, and then Fenwick. And for you, sir, what can I get for you?
Oh, once again, order the extremely complicated drink and let him go off and get it for me.
Looks visibly annoyed, heads down the cellar.
Yeah, you know what? That's not going to get old, is it?
Really not.
Just like him.
Cool.
Sorry, I was trying to make
Sorry,
I was trying to make a joke.
After a few minutes, the exact same bar person comes up and says, he clocks the two drinks, sees Fenwick doesn't have one, and says, gentlemen, what can I get for you?
And I'll do the same thing as...
The same thing as us, or the same thing that you did before?
No, the same thing as you guys did.
Okay, right, cool. You will once again get a message. So you'll get a beer, and then with the message slid under. And then he will move on to serving other people.
I should have asked what the wine selection was like.
We've got red or white.
I thought you weren't allowed white.
Where? No, you're asking for wine, right? Not colours.
What colour is the wine?
Red and
Yellow.
white.
I'll stick with my lager, thanks.
So who else is here? So there's the bar. There's a hushed
So-
group in the corner.
Yeah, there's a hushed. Hold on. Right. The loading party, the loading screen takes slightly longer, so I have to flick through the pages. Yeah. So, you've got there is a dancing couple. Well, there are a couple of people who are dancing sort of awkwardly, and then there is a hushed group in the corner that keep looking up and then going back to their discussion.
Can I try and stealth over to the group in the corner to drop some eaves?
You absolutely can. Can I have a stealth check, please?
It's gonna be that 28.
Cool. Right. So it was quite a difficult check, but you've blown past that with massive ease. So you hear them and they're going, "Look, I tell you, the cellar is too small." And the other one's like, "What do you mean the cellar's too small?" He goes, "Look, I've been down there. The cellar's only as small as a broom closet, but look at the size of this place. There should be something much, much deeper under there, like much larger. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, stop all this conspiracy talk. This is supposed to be a party." And then at that point, they then get up and will then resume reveling with the party.
I am gonna pop my feature which lets us all telepathically communicate without without speaking, and then say, so these lads said the cellar's too small. There's something down there in the cellar, maybe. You wanna go and have a look? We got 6 hours of telepathic speech.
Yeah, I'd quite like to not be at the party anymore, so I'm happy to go into the cellar.
Cool.
Yeah.
So the cellar is underneath the bar. So if you, as you try to walk around the bar staff will stop you and say, "Sorry, sir, only staff allowed this side."
Is that where the guy was going to get the drink?
Exactly, yes.
Okay, so all three of us go up to different bar staff and ask for the double death commando that we've asked for simultaneously.
I love this plan. It's absolutely fine. So,
And then when there's enough bar staff that they can't keep track of us all, make a break for the cellar.
yep. So they head down the cellar. So they're going to be down there. You're following them down. So can I have a stealth check?
Does it look like the 18? Does it look like the bar staff are the only staff at the party?
There are other wait staff as well that are handing round like orders
Okay.
and things like that. So
I'm gonna go.
Guard?
Sorry, okay.
Any guards, security, or
none that you can see.
you go, Tommy?
No, don't worry about it.
I got a 9 on stealth.
Okay. And Fenwick.
28.
So 28. Was that a 9? Did you say?
A 9, yes.
And what was yours, Tommy? Sorry.
I am gonna bump mine by a d6 with my psychic knack.
Go for it.
Does Freya stealth with disadvantage?
21.
Nope.
Sorry, what was yours, Tommy? 20?
One.
21.
I'll bardically inspire you, Freya.
What is that at the moment? D8?
D8.
Oh, that brings me up to a, what did I say, 9 before? I'm up to a 15.
Okay, so yeah, collectively that's over 20 each. So with these, so the conversation that you've heard is indeed correct. The cellar is considerably smaller than even the bar area. It is the size of a generous wardrobe, and there are a couple of kegs either side. You easily duck behind one of them, and you notice that the bar staff. So next to the kegs, there's kind of like a little storage box that they start to grab the ingredients for your drink, and then it's as if they pause, put the ingredients back in the box, and then walk back out to the bar as if they've forgotten why they were ever down there in the first place.
Can we then find the? Can we have a search around this place, see if there's anything interesting down here?
You absolutely can. I will have investigation checks from you, please.
I'd love to. That's a 19.
18.
Also 19.
Okay, so it takes you a little while. It's as if it was quite well concealed, but you eventually find that there is there's like a false brick that you're able to pull out, and there's a handle, and then that slides a secret door, and it reveals a much, much larger cellar. I say cellar. It looks like it is contained. There's rows of all sorts of different drinks, but there also is. So as it slides open, you can see that there is a stretcher, and there is someone who is lying on there, very, very close to death. You can also see that there is 5 or 6 people in the corner that are donning armor and weapons, and there is someone standing over the person with the stretcher. Looks like they're trying to get them to drink some water, and you see that there was a guard that was stood next to them, who, upon the door opening, like rushes towards you and says, "Oh, I'm sorry, gentlemen. This is a staff only area."
Not being a gentleman, I am going to walk straight past.
Not also being a gentleman, I'm going to walk straight past.
So, at this point, he will draw his weapon and sort of try to block your way with it. And he goes, "I really must insist that you turn back at this stage."
What's wrong with your man?
He's returned from the Forbidden Zone, but really, I wouldn't want this to spoil your party atmosphere.
Honestly, this is the best thing that's happened to me at the party. What's the Forbidden Zone?
So that's his. Yeah. That's he's going to believe you with that roll. So he'll usher you inside and then close the door, and he goes, the Forbidden Zone, that you must have seen it in the marketplace. It was all barred off, the forest between here and the palace.
Right, gotcha. Ah, yes. The bit that looked oddly devoid of people.
Yeah, it's as if they can't see it. It's bizarre. They don't notice it anymore.
Could Could I have a look at the injured guy? Does it look like he's someone who's on 0 hit points and dying?
No, it looks like someone who has been. Can I have a either medicine or medicine, nature, or arcana check from you?
I will guidance myself.
Mm-hmm.
18.
18. What, out of curiosity, what role was that one?
Oh, that was medicine.
Medicine. Okay, so they're not on 0 hit points, but they have been magically injured and they are dying.
So casting Spare the Dying wouldn't save him. Because Spare the Dying, you touch a living creature that has 0 hit points, the creature becomes stable. The spell has no effect on undead or constructs.
So you had an 18, right?
Yes.
You get the impression that while that would technically save them from dying, you are just as likely to entrap them in a semi-permanent state of suffering.
Oh.
Fucking hell.
Okay. Does it seem like a curse then?
Yes.
I cast Remove Curse.
Interesting. Cool. Lovely. That will also work. So yeah, as if hitting a light switch. So the sweating, the fever, the sort of purpley glow in their eyes just vanishes from their very being.
And the way it works is Freya just like gives him a very firm prod with the tip of her boot, and just basically knocks the curse out of him.
Yeah, I like that. Very nice.
He's a bit of a brute.
Oh, where am I? Are we? Ah, yes. Today's the day of the attack. Yes, we're heading into the forest, and the doctor who was kind of watching over him sort of eases him back down and goes, "No, that was weeks ago. What happened to the rest of your platoon?" And goes, I can't seem to remember. We were heading through the forest, and then we were ambushed. There was 12 little ones, and then one really big one, and then he kind of glazes over, and then repeats, and he goes, "Oh, where am I? Oh yes, it's the day of the attack, isn't it? Where are the rest of my men?" And then he gets caught in that loop over and over again until they settle him back down.
These other people in the cellar, they don't appear caught in a loop like everyone else, do they?
They don't appear what, sorry?
Caught in a loop like everyone else.
No. It's as if they can see through the illusion that is going on in this world, and they are attempting to fight back.
So it's nice to find some people who aren't stuck in a loop.
Oh yes. Hold on, I just need to make right. It's that. Sorry, 2 moments. I just. Sorry, 2 seconds. Oh yes. Okay. Cool. So. Yes. Yeah. We split into 2 teams. The first team we sent into the forest, and as you can see, the person on the bed there's the only one who made it back. We originally went to the Great Library to try and find information on what's happening, but we came up empty-handed. So we're going to make an attempt on the palace at this stage. I think it's our our only hope. At mention of the Great Library, another location opens up to you, and you feel drawn once again to that specific location.
Huh.
All right.
So your locations available to you still are obviously anywhere you visited before. Got the forest, the Great Library, the after party, and obviously you can interact with anyone down here as well.
Could
What's your
I?
name?
Go ahead, Joe.
What's your names?
So my name. So this is the guard who stopped you originally. My name is Lex, and I lead this band. I think we were originally part of the royal court. You've got Larry over there, and you've got
Is it going to be another L name?
I was
Say
thinking
again, sorry?
exactly the same thing.
Is it going to be another L name?
No, I just got the word L stuck in my head. So
Considering who we're here for, out of character, I wondered if it was everybody here is called something with beginning with L.
Yeah, I was expecting a Lucinda or something.
As
Or
in,
just a Lucy.
the name I was thinking of.
I was thinking Lucinda as well. You know what? I'm having that. Yeah, no, Lucinda. I actually like that idea.
Lucinda and Barry.
Barry.
Barry! Short for barreled.
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got Barry the lad. Lucinda.
Bad. Right, shall we go upstairs and to go as you can find? Is there any other way out of the cellar?
Yeah. There's a side entrance that will take you back towards either the market or the Great Library. Yeah, it'll lead you outside
You
anyway.
like the Great Library or the after party?
I'm up for the Great Library.
Hmm.
Just one question to you before we go.
To me.
No, not to Tommy. To the guard.
Yep.
Does the name Lucius mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. The person on the stretcher, however, sits bolt upright, and in a voice that is not his, says almost hypnotically, we seek access to the prince. We need him for the Great One.
Sorry, did I say Lucius? I meant Luscious.
And he falls unconscious at that stage.
Fantastic. Great Library then?
Great Library, yes. Let's see if there are any clues to Lord Luscious.
The Abbey.
Yep.
As Joe is doing a BRB, I am also going to do a BRB and get another drink and possibly a brownie.
Yeah, crack on. hello.
Okay. I am back with homemade brownie.
Welcome back. I'm just retconning something ever so slightly. The soldier who returned from the forest when he sat bolt upright, in the hypnotic voice, he will actually say these words. We need access to the king. The Great One demands it. And then we'll fall unconscious. The guerrilla team at this stage, the guys who were donning armor and weapons, will give you all a salute and say, wish us luck. And they then head out.
Turn 4.
After they're gone, as we are ourselves heading out, I was going to say, so we'll refer to our old friend there as something different now, I think.
Why not?
So, loud, luscious, lab-ratted.
Corporal Happy Pants.
And then I will say with utmost confidence, Bright Might.
Hey, what?
Bright Might.
Braids might.
Bright Might.
Bright might.
It's the name the pixies gave him at the carnival.
Ah, right. Gotcha.
Yes.
Out of curiosity, can Fenwick still communicate with Lucius? Is that connection still there?
Yes, if anything, it is stronger than ever before.
And does he recognise any of the people or the place?
No, there is. There is a level of fear at the mention of the Great One, but also a level of smugness and satisfaction at the fact that they haven't found him. But the rest of the places so far are not ringing any bells. The general area seems familiar, but the exact location is still... when you first saw the palace, when you first arrived, that seemed to have a hint of familiarity, but once again, not an exact location. Right, where would you like to go now?
I think we're talking about the library.
Yeah,
I think we should go and get the power that's found within the books at our local library.
Right. So this one.
Oh, Tommy's going to have my vigilant blessing, by the way. Advantage on initiative roll, the next initiative roll.
Oh, that is very annoying. I can only upload files that are 8 megabytes in size, and this is 8.5.
I did exactly the same thing the other day, just snipping tool a little bit off the side that you don't need.
So I will I'll go in with the theatre of the mind because it's not as, again, this was more of a my player dungeon alchemist. So you arrive at a massive building, and as you walk through the double doors, there's like a small reception area, and there's like an open counter. There's scrolls and books piled up everywhere. There's like a chief librarian who's who's kind of stood at that central reception desk, sort of flicking through quite an old-looking book. On the side, there's several glass cabinets containing very old-looking books. There are 3 wings that you can see. From to your right is the Arcana Index. Straight ahead of you is Religions Through Time. And then to your left is Historical Archives.
Did you say one of them was labelled Religions Through Time?
Correct.
I think I need to go down this one.
Aren't you afraid of librarians?
Yes, please draw attention to it. It makes me feel so much better.
Right, gotcha.
Okay, so you have entered. Even though it's still part of the library, it's been mocked up to look like an ancient church or temple.
I don't like this.
There is even what you hope is a replica sacrificial altar in the corner. There's several different religious artifacts, and there are several rows of bookcases. There are probably about 8 other researchers that are sort of perusing the books. Will they notice your entry? They miraculously do not hear you enter.
Mike?
Yes.
You know what I'm looking for in this section about religion?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Do I find anything?
So, for you to start looking, you will have to get closer to the people who are already there. At which point they notice you, and then go, oh, "It's you! You have arrived! It has been foretold!" And they literally rush and sort of kneel at your feet and start
At my feet?
At your feet.
So it's me specifically, not the group?
You specifically.
My hand inches towards my... Well, suddenly my hammer is out.
Ah, yes. It is Abraxas and his faithful companion. We have waited ever so long for you.
Could I pause you there, Mike? As soon as they say Abraxas...
I thought you might want to pause me there.
What is the biggest, most damaging spell I have for AoE? Alright, no, I'm just going to reach out 3rd level inflict wounds on one of them.
Okie dokie. Is that a resist on my... Or
no, I roll. I roll to hit.
Lovely.
It's a 19, not a 20.
Oh. That does still hit, though.
Yeah. So that is 5d10.
I
15. $33 necrotic damage.
So it just rips part of their like parts of their clothing, parts of their skin just sort of just peel away as this necrotic damage just flies through them, and like there's a scream of agony, and they go, "The Holy One is blessing me. It has been foretold," and then sort of dies with a smile on its face, and it goes, then the others will draw their weapons and go, we must defeat the defender to get to the ancient one. And at this point, can I have you all roll initiative, please?
That's 11. Tommy, I was going to say Tommy has advantage. I've seen you rolled it.
Tommy, you are muted.
I do big up hat on. Eldritch 20.
Okay.
Nat
So-
1 for a total of 7.
So I've got 7, 11, and 20.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, they've also rolled in that one. So they're actually going last. So I think I said there were 6 of them, so there's now 5 left.
Yeah.
And so who had the 20?
Joe
Tommy.
Eater. I am going to. Is there any way I can maneuver myself to get flanking with one?
Yeah, it's
They've
quite a
all kneeled
generously
around
sized-
me. So-
Yeah, I mean they had originally kneeled at his feet, so you will
Oh, they'll be
easily.
prone. But yeah.
Yes,
But you did say they stood up and drew weapons.
No, that's true.
I'm going to say that you are, because they're last in the initiative order, that they're still prone. Them drawing their weapons is what triggers initiative, but I assume that you're attacking before you give them the chance to stand up.
Oh, Freya is going to kill them all.
Yes,
That is a 17 to hit.
that hits.
And then that is going to be. How do I do this?
Was that with advantage as well?
That wasn't with advantage. That would be a 26 to hit.
Yeah, that hits even more than it did before.
It's going to be. Am I going to hex or am I going to? No, I think I just want to do the attack. So that's going to be this much damage. No, that's completely wrong. I do beg your pardon. It should be 1d6 plus 2d6 plus. Fuck. It should be this plus 7. 17 damage.
Is that 17 plus 7 or 17 in total?
17 included, with the 7 included.
Okay, yeah. So that would be. Okay, cool. So the first one is bloodied.
I should definitely roll to attack before I add my other damage. And I use a bonus action to stab with a psychic blade for a 20 to hit, 7 damage.
7 damage. So that's cool. It's still alive, but I assume you rolled that with advantage as well.
I did, yes.
Yeah.
And then I am going to action surge
Lovely.
for another attack. And that's going to be a 24 to hit,
Yeah, that hits.
and that is going to be this much. Another 10.
Yeah, that one's dead.
So yeah, like just like box steps behind the guy, pulls a knife out of nowhere into the neck, pulls a knife out of nowhere into the neck from the other way, pulls a knife out of nowhere and puts it through from the back of the head and comes out the mouth.
Lovely. So it's difficult to make out because they're choking on their own blood, but you think you just about hear the words, "We believe in you, Abraxas," as it falls dead. Freya.
Okay. I am going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Lovely.
Okay, I don't want holes in this t-shirt, please. Thank you very much. And it is going to... so it's a... Stop it. This is a It looks like an owl, like Abraxas, but inside its shape you can actually see the constellation. A constellation, so you can see
Oh, yeah.
lots of stars and then lines connecting them.
Very nice.
And does a 12 hit?
Unfortunately, not.
Okay,
You
that
would
misses.
have. Would you have advantage? I mean, they're prone, so I'm assuming that will give you.
If they're prone, then I think it would give me advantage.
Yeah. I'm going to rule that you can.
Spiritual
yeah.
weapon is a melee spell attack, so you do gain advantage.
Yep, okay, that is 25 to hit.
That surprisingly will hit.
That is 12 damage.
Okie dokie. That one's not bloodied.
And following that, there will be a. How many of them are within 5 feet of me right now?
All of them.
Okay. In that case, I am also going to utter a divine word. And that word is just no. And each one of them will have to make a constitution saving throw.
Okie dokie.
As I cast a cantrip.
What's the DC?
The DC is 18.
Okay, so that's 10, that's a fail. That's 11, that's a fail. That's a 6, that's a fail. And one more. Oh, that was almost a 20, but instead it's a 3. So all 4 of them fail.
Okay, all 4 of them take 10 radiant damage.
Okay, so the one you've already been hitting looks bloodied at the stage.
As it takes a bird made of stars to the back of the head, and then I just say burn. No, sorry, I say no, and then a pulse of radiant energy bursts out from me. If Fenwick is within 5 feet of me, then he is unaffected. If Tommy is within 5 feet of me, he is unaffected.
Neither of them are, because they're coming up behind
Cool.
them. So they cry out in pain, and then we'll recover and say, yes, bathe us in your holy light, Abraxas. And Fenwick. Sorry, Freya.
So Freya is just going to scream, shut up.
Cool. Can I have a easy perception check from everybody?
Nat 20.
Nat 20. Cool.
13.
13.
I'll willingly give myself disadvantage because I'm distracted.
6. Okay, so Tommy, you don't.
That would have been a natural 20 if that was advantage. But no.
So Freya and Fenwick, you both hear. You think you can just about hear a shh come from the central reception desk. And Fenwick.
How many are left?
4, one of which is bloodied, the other 3 are injured.
Do I still have my magic items on me?
Yes.
I will take out a set of pipes and blow a loud note which reverberates around the library. Can they all make a wisdom check? Yeah, wisdom check.
Let's check. Okay. What's the DC?
15.
So 17 for the first one, 5 for the second, 17 for the third, and 6. So 2 of them fail.
Those 2 are frightened of me.
Okay.
It has a range of 30 feet, so depending on how far away that librarian is at the entrance, she also has to. Oh,
I'm gonna roll anyway. Cool. With your residual nat 20, you might hear a slight scream, and then the thudding of footsteps.
lovely.
Is there anything else you would like to do?
No, that's it.
Okay. So at this point, they now all stand up, and with their fists, they are going to attempt to knock you out, Freya. So that will be. That's a 9 to hit.
Nope.
The two that are frightened roll at disadvantage.
Lovely. So that'll be a 6 to hit, which I assume doesn't.
Nope.
Okay, so next one. Yeah, that's a 9, so that's a miss. That is a 14.
Nope.
Okay,
Although
onto the non.
I think they should have flanking, so possibly the disadvantage would be cancelled out.
How have I positioned them? So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, because of the number that you've. The only ones that would have had flanking would be the ones to your right and left, and the one to the right is the one you killed immediately. So the third one, that's a 21 to hit.
That hits.
So they will hit you for 6 bludgeoning damage. And there is a magical power imbued into their fists. You're hit with an additional 9 psychic damage.
Ooh.
And he attempts to attack again because they get 2 attacks, but that's going to be a miss because that's a 10 in total.
That is a miss.
And the last one, that's also 8. So that is that is all of them. It will go back around to Tommy. Tommy, it is your turn.
I'm gonna stab him in the head.
You also notice at this stage that the light in the library is dimming.
The light in the library is dimming.
Yes. Just updating you with good news generally. So.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, you'll find out.
It's good for me, because if it's now dim light, I get a fucking advantage on sneak attacks. Because I got dark vision and they fucking don't. Yeah, like, who is the most injured one?
So that's who I've called Monk B, who is on, who's very bloodied.
That's the one that I beamed in the back of the head with an owl made of stars.
Yes.
Does a 14 hit?
It does, yes.
In that case, does 5 damage finish him off?
Unfortunately not.
Sneak attack.
Okay.
For another 4.
Ooh. They are hanging on.
And then the other psychic blades.
Yep.
Ooh, that's not so good. Yeah, I don't have any way to gain advantage on that, so yeah, it's just a miss.
Okay. Even though, well, I mean, you would be flanking with them.
Oh, in that case.
Because they're gathered round Freya, I'm assuming that.
Oh yeah, if you can find a position to flank any of them.
Yeah. So.
Was that on that 20?
It was 9 on the bonus damage psychic knife.
So it screams, "I will be with you soon, Abraxas!" as
I'm
it
just
dies.
up here just turning people into pop-up pirates. Just knife, 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 knife.
Knife,
Lovely.
knife, knife, knife. Knife, 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 knife.
Cool.
Sound annoyed.
Anything else you would like to do?
That I'm fully good, my dude. I'll maneuver to try and get to try and give Freya advantage on
Yep.
her next attack.
Lovely. Yeah, you can move around to the next one. So the one technically directly in front of you, Freya. Freya, your turn.
Okay, first bean in the head with an owl.
Lovely.
24.
Yeah, that's a hit.
For 8 force damage.
Yep. Okay, it's now bloodied.
And then I am going to reach out and touch it with a level 1 inflict wounds.
Lovely.
26 to hit.
That hits.
That's not the right dice. 19 necrotic damage.
Bathe me in your light, Abraxas, as it dies.
Freya would have grabbed it by the throat.
In that case, it's
Are they enjoying this? Is this like a kink thing? Because like I don't like how much they're liking this.
Freya's looking very, very wild and just, frantic at this point. But that's
Anything else
the end
you
of her
would
turn.
okay. Rich,
How many
sorry.
are left?
There are 2 left. Both of them are injured but not bloodied.
Do I want to be defensive or not? Can you update me on the lighting situation?
It is currently dim light. Interesting to note that even though this place is filled with candles and wall braziers, their effectiveness appears to have been reduced.
I should kill these fuckers, I think. Yeah. Can one of them, I guess it doesn't really matter which one, make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Yes. Do you want the one that's frightened of you or not frightened?
I
Because I'm gonna say that if it's the one that's frightened, it will roll with disadvantage.
Oh, then let's do that.
Because, yeah, that's that's a 10.
The camera will pan right next to this guy's ear, and you'll see Lord Lucius whisper something into his ear. And he has to take. Where's my dice? There it is.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
9 psychic damage, and must move as far away from me as I can.
Okay. So it's definitely bloodied at this stage. It will attempt. He will attempt to run away because you're kind of blocking the exit. So he'll try to run deeper into the church, but that will be past.
Attack of
Is that
opportunity.
Or KOs, yeah.
Yeah, if everyone wants to take an opportunity attack, they can.
Yeah. And I will be adding full sneak attack to that.
That is 19 to hit.
That hits.
16 total damage from me.
Dead.
Yeah, that'd be 11 damage from me as I smack him with the golden hammer.
So this one, because it's running away, he'll say, "I don't want to leave you, Abraxas," and then falls down dead.
Mate, come on. Just shut up.
The last one, is there anything else you'd like to do, Fenwick?
No.
Okay, so the last one that's still up will go, stop hiding him from us, and will attack you again for with a natural 1, so that's a miss. And that the second attack is also a natural 1.
So did he just break both his hands on my breastplate?
Apparently so, yes.
Yay!
So at this stage, you can almost it's almost completely dark. So if you don't have dark vision, your vision is reduced to 5 feet. You can still see any candles, braziers, anything like that, but they're very. You can just see them as a spot in the distance. They're no longer providing anywhere close to the level of light that they should be.
Gotcha.
So yeah, if it's not within 5 feet of you, or if you've got dark vision, then you'll have disadvantage on any attack against it. Tommy,
Yes. Are there any survivors?
there is one left who's just broken both of his arms on Freya's breastplate.
You know, you could have just shut the fuck up, you know? Ooh, that's going to be 15 total damage on the first knife.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, very much bloodied there.
I'll just test to see if I got the crits on either of those. I didn't. And then second attack is 7 damage.
Oh. He may or may not have 1 HP left. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
That's me, thanks. Just a lot of stabbing in the head.
Freya.
Yeah, it's hammer time. I'm going to turn its head into an innie.
Yep.
That is a 17.
That hits. So I'm not even going to make you roll damage.
I'll do it anyway because it's fun.
Of course.
I do minimum damage of 4.
That is still 400% more than you needed.
Yeah, I destroy the head.
Yeah. He just about gets the line, "I will be with you," and before he can finish the sentence, mash. Cool.
So yeah, he's not bars then.
Freya is going to smash all their heads with hammers if any of the heads are still intact.
Very well. That'll be the last of your action. Fenwick, is there anything that you would like to do?
I mean, out of combat, right? Right.
Correct. Yes.
I guess. Can I roll perception to see if there's anything else coming, or if there's any sounds of things coming?
Yeah, absolutely.
10.
No, not that you can hear. It seems deathly quiet.
Apart from the wet thuds of Freya
Yes.
just repeatedly mashing them with her hammer.
Don't play with your food, love.
When you say that, she spins around with hammer in hand and looks like she's about to just wallop you before before regaining a modicum of self-control.
You doing okay?
Just forget. Forget.
Okie dokie. Right.
Just forget.
I'm gonna be right back, but just before I do, the darkness then envelops you. You all immediately gain the benefits of a long rest. Any abilities or single-use items are reset. You end up once again with 3 electrum pieces each. Your potions and clothing is gone, and you wake back up at the market. And I will be back.
Oh. Well, isn't this interesting?
Speedrun time.
Interesante.
Well, I wasn't expecting that to come up.
I was wondering if there is like one wing of the if there was one wing of the library for each of us.
What were the other wings?
History and something arcane.
What I wondered was it was there was religions through time, comparative history, and mysteries of the arcane or something.
So you've got the Arcana Index, Religions Through Time, and the Historical Archives. So, you arrive at the market. It is exactly as you saw it before. You can see the hooded figure over the crystal ball. There's a vendor by a tent beckoning you in.
What is the number in the crystal ball?
Yep.
The number is the number 10.
Oh, I was expecting it to be counting down.
Yeah.
I've done that backwards. Sorry, it's number 1. Sorry. Not 10.
It was 4
now
before.
1.
Now it's 1.
Yes.
Is that locations we've been to, or locations we have remaining to go to?
No, because we've got the forest and the after party available.
So
Do we feel that because before we had that feeling that we could go
so yes, as you look around, you can see the same things as before. However, behind you there is the forest. You're aware that towards the centre of town there is the party. You also feel drawn towards a house where perhaps an after party is. You also know how to get directly into the cellar. You also know the direct route towards the Great Library.
So I feel like we've used the masks. We haven't used the colours. Do you want to buy the colours again?
Buy them again. Have I got the colours?
No. The clothes are gone, the colours are gone. However, your electrum has been refreshed.
Right. I suppose it couldn't hurt.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah, let's buy them.
Okay. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Adventurers. Yes. Are you here for colours?
Yes,
Yeah,
one of
sure,
each.
One of each, please.
One of each. That'll be one each. So that's 3. And yeah, you can. I assume you'll keep track of your electrum.
Yeah.
Cool. Lovely.
Head over to the spirit crystal ball guy. Are you gonna say anything different this time? And I prod him before he's even had a chance to iterate his pre-cant response.
So yeah, he will look up and he will say, I can't remember what he said last time. He says the same thing, but it's like, adventurers. You are not.
Yada yada yada. Tick tock tick tock.
This
Yeah.
realm. Can I have a perception check from you, please?
Just him or everyone?
Just Fenwick.
17.
So you notice in the crystal ball, it was at 9, and as you spoke to him, it was at 2, and as you spoke to him, it went up because it's at 1. You got 2. So when you spoke to him, it went to 3.
Oh, okay. So maybe that's the number of people we've
I'm
spoken
gonna-
to.
I'm gonna speak to him again. Hello. Hello.
He is motionless and
I will put one of my electrum down. I'm just gonna take this, and I'll take the crystal ball. There's one.
Okay, cool. You have his crystal ball.
Interesting.
It currently has the number 3 on it. Yeah.
If I go and say hi to the dude selling masks, what happens to the ball?
So it will go up to 4.
So it's the number of people we've interacted in the current iteration?
That is certainly a reasonable guess.
Although, why did it start at 1? Were we not spoken to anyone yet?
What, unless it's saying this is good. This will be your first interaction.
The act of looking at the ball is the first thing that we do, maybe.
Maybe.
I suppose it could be saying what number your next one is going to be. Or it could be accounting that we've already interacted with Lucius. Just pulling that out of my ass. Alright, so should we go to the after party?
And then after the after party, it's the hotel lobby, as a wise woman once said. Keisha, I believe, was her name. It was spelled strangely, like K and then GP and then SHA.
Oh.
And you have to put someone called Jack into a bottle, I believe.
That was the correct. Yeah.
Or you bottle someone called Jack.
Yeah. And then brush your teeth. Anyway, let's go to the after party.
Okie dokie. So you travel to the after party. Hold on, I'm just. Yeah, okay. Okay, cool. So as you enter, the number on the crystal ball counts up to 5, and there is a host that goes, revelers, welcome to the after party, and will hand you each a shot-sized vial of iridescent liquid.
That barely even touches Tommy's hand before he just shots it, to be honest.
Lovely. You are now invisible.
Toys.
So
As soon as Freya sees that he goes invisible, she's going to shot it as well.
lovely. So you'll also go invisible. Okay, so at the after party, you can see that there is someone who's partied probably slightly too hard and is unconscious in the corner. There's a general throng of people in the center, and you notice in the corner there are 2 people who are wearing very similar robes to the ones you fought in the Great Library, who are sat in the corner with journals that are writing things down.
Right. Well, like, my first thought is to sort of think at some length about whether we're going to fight these guys while I'm drawing a big penis on the sleeping man.
Freya goes and looks to see what they're writing in those books.
So I'll start with Tommy, as you've said that first. So Tommy, do you do anything other than drawing the penis? Do you interact with the sleeping man?
In absolutely no way whatsoever.
Cool, lovely.
Okay. A 19 on the performance and a 23 on the stealth.
That is you draw an almost perfect penis on his head without even waking him up. So Freya, they appear to be writing field notes on the party, and you can just about make out the title is The Party at the End of Time, and then there's observations about sort of about the different revelers, the effect. You also see that they've put shot/potion, and then there's a line, and it draws it connects to the word crow. Not crow, sorry, raven.
Hell mysterious.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to fight the urge to just murder all of them and step away.
Mm-hmm. What would you all like to do?
You've got the sleeping guy, the notes guy.
And then there's sort of a throng of people in the center.
Just sort of mingling and
Yeah. So upon looking slightly more closely, there appears to be a dance off between two people in the center.
What do the people look like?
So they are. Have I? I must have a picture for this. Apparently, I don't. That's Snovus. Oh yeah, I do. So it's a selection of humans, elves, sort of dwarves, like a whole different band of.
Okay.
Yeah. That's more of a generic picture as opposed to entirely accurate.
Do these people look like they are the bar staff from the?
Yeah, they certainly look like they're more from the they're of the working class type as opposed to the higher aristocracy.
Sure. Hmm. I mean, are they looking for entrance in the dance-off?
There does appear to be an open space for a challenger.
Yeah, go on then.
Okay.
I'll throw out like a quick, construct. The whole.
Cool. So as you
Do the
perform that
Warforged.
action, so as you perform that action, the invisibility drops. The number will increase to 6. And can I have a performance check, please?
You most certainly can.
as you become visible, I will start to play along with the music and inspire you.
Nice. D8.
Yeah.
21. I'm also going to bump it with my rogue feature.
Cool.
For a 23 total.
Yeah, you trounce them by quite a long way. You are crowned the winner, and the host who offered you a drink places a fake crown upon your head, and then whispers something into your ear that says, "The winner of the dance earns a second prize. To the faceless man who speaks no more, say this thus: I am a leaf on the wind."
Watch me saw. Or one out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Freya is going to go to the very edge of the party and cast See Invisibility.
Nice.
Okie dokie.
Which allows me to not just see invisible creatures as if they were visible, I can also see into the ethereal plane.
Nice.
Don't know if that, has any bearing on anything, but yeah. At least I'm aware that there's potion being passed around like shots, so there's presumably some extra people who are invisible here. And
yeah,
I'm trying to be out of the way when I cast this because I assume my own invisibility will drop.
Yeah, so your invisibility will drop. There are several. There are a couple of people who are still invisible, but just dancing away. But because they're not directly interacting with anyone, then their invisibility doesn't seem to drop. You also notice there is a hideous creature that is stood by the bar that looks incredibly out of place. It looks like a cross between a human and a sea monster. It has tentacles coming down from its face, and it's it it
I'm just picturing Davy Jones from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, not quite that. One moment. It's the one thing I haven't got to hand.
While Mike looks this up, the faceless man who speaks no more. The fortune teller in the market.
Yes, that's a good one, actually. Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Either that or Lucius. Although Fenwick would probably disagree about him speaking no more.
I twitch.
Listen, fuckers. That is my favourite introduction for a character that we've played so far.
So good.
Mildly annoying. I have misplaced. Okay. Yeah.
So this sea creature doesn't have like a sort of a pale green skin, large eyes, a big bulbous drooping nose, and tentacles for limbs, and a white conical hat with a anchor on it and a little cap thing there. And he's not holding a notepad and a piece of paper, and he isn't saying "daring today, aren't we?"
No, it does not. Why can I not find that thing? Okay, for the sake of, once I can find the picture, I will then link it. But yeah, it's humanoid, but there are kind of tentacles coming down from its face.
Half man, half monster, all alone.
Yes.
Yikes.
That is what you see.
And that's only because Freya is seeing through to the ethereal, yeah, or through your visibility.
Are you able?
I am able to distinguish the people who are invisible look as if they were visible, and the ethereal plane creatures look ghostly and spectral.
It's both. It is both on a different. It's invisible and on a different spectrum, different plane. Sorry.
Sure.
Right. In that case, Freya's gonna walk up beside him. He's at the bar, right?
Yes.
Freya's gonna ask for an apple juice at the bar.
Yep. You will get handed something that is green and liquidy and smells of apples, but may or may not be apple juice.
And she's just going to raise it to the half man, half monster guy at the bar. It's like, cheers.
Okay, the moment that you acknowledge it, can I have a wisdom saving throw, please?
Fantastic.
24.
You are fine. You do, however, feel as if it is probing your mind, and it takes every ounce of strength that you have.
It's not a mind flayer, is it?
No, because I believe that is a pineapples thing for something.
No.
Oh, okay. It does look very similar to a mind flayer, though, because that is actually.
I don't want to speak for anyone, but it's not mind flayers that are.
Okay, for me.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
so
It's
that
aboleths
is
that are particularly
Um,
pineapple-y.
so it looks very, very similar to a mind flayer. In fact, can I have either an Arcana or a Nature roll from you, please, Freya?
They're both shit. So I will go for. Let's go for nature. Nature's more on brand for her. 15.
These creatures are probably what mind flayers used to be.
Ooh.
like an ancestor species.
I've got the wording the wrong way round. They used to be mind flayers.
They have evolved from mind
They
flayers.
have evolved, yes. After you succeeded the wisdom saving throw, you have banished it away.
Oh, it disappears.
It disappears. Because your spell is still active, but it is gone.
Okay.
I don't know if we got much else to do here. So, do you want to go back to the marketplace and have a chin wag with that bloke in the hood?
Yeah, sure.
Lovely. Okay, back to the marketplace. Cool. Just to confirm, what is it that you do?
Go up to the old what you call him?
Fortune teller.
Fortune teller and say, "Hey you, I'm a leaf on the wind."
And its head slowly raises, and it says, "Watch how I soar," and then a magical updraft appears next to it. That it is very localized, but also looks very, very strong, as if it could raise.
It could make
Could I
you fly.
jump into it and then jump again to deploy my glider?
Okay, so as you jump in, it's actually too strong for you to jump back out. You are lifted probably about 100 feet into the air and then land very gently at this location. It is a magical looking garden. So the things of note here are so you can see in one corner there's like a cooking area, a barbecue kind of area, and there's sort of you can see the smouldering remains of something. There's a ring of trees surrounding what looks to be very fertile ground, but there's nothing growing in there. There is a fountain in the center, and then there is a waterfall kind of just flowing off the edge of the map. Flowing off the edge of this sort of elevated sky garden, as I call it.
You said there's like a bit of dead trees or something.
No, the trees themselves are alive, but they ring around what looks to be very fertile soil, but there's nothing growing in there.
Oh, okay. What do we think? This looks a bit, too good to be true. It looks just nice.
Maybe we've got to get a seed from somewhere else in the chain and plant it in the fertile soil.
Maybe.
Like maybe we've got to go to the forest to get a seed.
What
And then go
numbers-
back and leaf on the wind up here and plant it there. Maybe.
What numbers left on the ball?
It is still at number 6. Going back to someone you've already visited does not appear to increase the timer.
Okay.
So it's the number of new people you meet on any given.
Correct.
Not necessarily not necessarily people. Sometimes it's also a scene change that does it. Okay.
So did you see the? Sorry, what was that?
I was just going to say. So we've got a barbecue. We've got trees around fertile soil. We have got a fountain and we've got a waterfall going off the edge.
Can we have a look in the fountain? See if there's anything in there.
You absolutely can. So, as you look in, so the number at this stage will go up to 7. The water, the water will change to a reflection of the Great Library, and it appears. You get the impression that if you were to walk into it, it would take you straight to the Great Library.
Guess kind of how we get out of here.
I suppose, yeah. What about the barbecue?
So, there are the smouldering remains. Something, paper has been burned here. Can I have an investigation check, please?
I'd love to.
Maybe if we come here straight off, we'll get here before it's fully burned.
Oh, that's a good point. 24.
24, perfect. Okay, so at this stage, you are. So something that's not entirely burned catches your eye. It is a small parchment.
Green, 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 red, red.
Is this like a corner of a much larger grid?
It's difficult to tell where exactly, because it's burnt at all edges. You don't know if this was a corner piece or if this was a central piece, but it was definitely part of a larger document.
Is there anything we've seen so far in the garden that's grid shaped?
No.
I was more thinking a map through the forbidden zone back to the castle. But maybe we come back here and it'll be less destroyed and we'll get a better idea of what it was for. Maybe.
You want to go to the... is there anything... So there's fertile soil, but we haven't seen anything in there. There's a barbecue, there's a fountain, and then there's this.
There's a waterfall.
Go over to the waterfall.
Let's check it out.
Okay. So the waterfall... so at this stage, the light is starting to dim. The waterfall looks like it leads. It leads to an area below where you can kind of make out a bridge, and on the other side of that bridge is the Great Palace. You're unsure how that is possible, as it seems like you've only headed straight up.
Weird magic bullshit?
Weird magic
Quite
bullshit.
possibly. Can I have a whiz save from everybody?
Probably not.
21.
18.
11.
Okay. So So the waterfall is calling to you, and it gives you the impression that it's safe to go down. Freya and Fenwick, you stand fast. You still have the impression that it's safe, but you are not drawn down it. Tommy, you will start walking towards that waterfall.
Oh, I was hoping you say he dived straight off, because that was going to be the point that I would, if I could, pull out that wand and cast the fly from the wand on Tommy.
I mean, that is certainly what is going to happen, but I don't want to railroad people's characters into jumping off cliffs.
So does it look like it's yeah? Well, I suppose I failed to save, so I think it is safe to go down.
Even so, all of you think it is safe to go down, but the two who have failed the two who have succeeded the wisdom save are not physically drawn towards it.
I'm still going to grab Tommy.
I'll get halfway through. Right down here, then, lads.
I mean, are we done up here first?
I think so. Unless you want to go back to the library and what do you call it? Fight some more ninjas or whatever they call it.
Oh, I was just going to burn the whole thing.
Oh, I do like burning things, but I do want to know what's at the bottom of the waterfall.
I mean, we might as well find out, and then in theory we'll get reset.
Yeah.
It is starting to get dim. Okay.
Should we all link arms, go together?
I mean, I can. Like, as much as I feel this is safe, I still wouldn't trust anything here. So I can fly. Fenwick, can you fly?
No.
Tommy, are you able to fly? I apologise if that's an insensitive question. Like, you know, Freya is Freya doesn't have good social skills, but she's better at reading people. So she realises, after she says it, Tommy's lack of reaction is, "Oh no."
Yeah, just blue screen.
I mean, what have we got to lose? And I will jump.
Lovely. Down the waterfall you go.
On dive, yeah, same.
Okay, so the wand that I've got, wand of flying or whatever, do I still have that?
Yeah. I've allowed you to keep your magical objects.
Okay.
It's just the bulky things that only hold monetary value have disappeared.
And this wand of fly, can I use it to upcast, or has it only got like the one charge?
It's got charges, but you can only pop one at a time, I think.
So yeah. But by the time you can cast it on one person, and then 6 seconds later you can cast it on someone else. What you will notice though is the two. I'm assuming you've cast it on yourself. The other two who
No, I didn't jump off, so I would have whipped it out, pointed it at. I'm gonna roll.
I mean, I would just say that Fenwick just said, "I'm going to go and jump," so you wouldn't have time to get me because you weren't expecting me to do it.
So,
if you're gonna roll.
I'm gonna roll to see which one I try to go for. If it's Fenwick, then it's like, you know, whip out the wand and then realise he's gone. If it's Tommy, then she'll get Tommy with it.
Sure.
I forgot to say which one was which. Joe, do you like odds or evens?
I like evens.
Okay, so if it's evens, it'll be Tommy. If it's odds, it'll be Fenwick and failing it. That's odds. So whip out the wand, but the Fenwick's already gone. And then it's like, then Tommy jumps off as well. It's like, but...
Have they already landed by the time that...
So, what happens is, as you jump into the water, you seem to be you're encapsulated, so there's like an air bubble that you are riding down with. You're moving at a fair old pace. However, as you approach the bottom, you magically reduce your speed and arrive safely at the bottom.
Come on in, the water's lovely.
Freya will have jumped in, but she will have done her channel divinity to create the sphere of twilight around her.
Yeah, cool. So you now have
and then done steps of night as well, so that if something bad does happen, she can fly.
Yeah. So you get the impression that you're also covered in a protective capsule as well as your own sort of bubble that you've cast. You get the impression that your flight, you can fly around your protective bubble. However, if you were to fly outside of it, you would then be buffered by quite a lot of water and forced back in. But as during that process where you're having that thought process, you've already reached the bottom quite safely.
Okay, I was just doing it just in case.
Yeah, of course.
Because don't trust anything here.
Yes.
Out of curiosity, Michael.
Yes.
I had 6 hours from when we arrived at the party of psychic communication. Has that faded with the long rest?
No, it has. With the long rest, it has, because everything has been reset.
Cool. We got 3 hours of it.
So.
Oh, have you just recast it then?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I can do it once for free per long rest. So.
Yeah. So, right. Well, so you'd have probably about. Does it last for 6 hours? Did you say?
3 hours from now.
Okay, cool.
It depends on how much what he rolls.
Gotcha. So you are washed up and managed to climb up on the south side as the cliff face is far, far, far too steep for you to climb up on the north side. You're able to climb up and over, and there is a bridge that appears to be made of 5x5 squares.
Right. Gotcha.
The squares are
Right.
about 2 meters in each direction, and on the other side is the Grand Palace.
What's the width total?
Uh,
The length total?
So be 2. So it's about 10 meters.
What does the crystal ball say?
Very good point. It is still on 9.
And it's gotten quite dark, hasn't it?
It's a dim light.
It's 30 feet, you say? 10 meters?
If that's what 30 feet is, then yes.
I'm going to take a running jump onto the bridge and then in midair cast Misty Step to teleport 30 feet.
Okay.
Do I land safely on the other side?
Yeah.
Boop. Right. Well, if you cheat, there's no problem.
Splendid idea, and I'll do exactly the same.
Cool. I'll fly over using my steps of night.
Fantastic. Excellent.
Cool.
Yeah. What? Out of curiosity, Fenwick, what is Fenwick's Misty Step like?
I never really thought about it.
As Ryan and I were discussing yesterday, told me it's a full like Nightcrawler bamf of black smoke and then.
So the art for Fenwick has like a star cape.
Yeah.
I imagine it would be like the hidden would fade, and then the stars from the the cape will sort of twinkle out.
Nice. Right, shall we head for that there castle then?
Okay. Yes, I can. So, technically, you wouldn't be able to see all of this, but as technology has let me down specifically, I will give you the entire map. So, so as you all cross to the other side, a magical force zaps you straight into the palace. And you, oh, that's the wrong button. So you arrive straight in towards the bottom left, not quite in that bottom room, but the one with the. Did you see like the Arcana symbol?
The glowing magic circle on the ground.
Yeah, teleport circle basically.
You are all zapped to that location.
Right. Jesus. Fuck was that?
Magic.
No shit. All right. So this is the palace then.
Yes.
Still dim light there, right?
It is you can see outside that it is dim light. In here, the lights are still at full brightness.
Okay. So can we have an investigate around in this room and see what's in here?
You absolutely can. Can I have a investigate check, please?
Are you, Michael? Of course you can.
That is
And-
good.
Meanwhile, can I do a perception to see if there's anyone else in the castle?
You absolutely can, yes.
Definitely quiet or not.
I will also do the same as Fenwick.
Okay.
10.
10.
21.
27 total for the investigation.
Okay, so I'll start with perception checks. So,
Oh, actually, it wasn't 21. It was 24.
good to know. Fenwick, you appear to be alone in this building. Although there's a vertical staircase that you can see in this room that appears to be a very, very similar architecture to the one that Lucius can see. Freya, you were not alone in this building. You can hear so you can hear the faint sound of clanging.
It sounds bloody skeletons again, isn't it?
It's not skeletons. It kind of sounds like pots and pans. There's a very, very faint smell of meals being prepared.
Okay, whereabouts is that sound coming from? Like
It's
upstairs
coming
or to the north?
It's on this level towards the northeast.
Northeast. Okay, I'll say I hear clanging, like pots and pans and things in that direction, and then points.
And so investigate check. So Tommy, this room appears to be completely sealed. You do, however, notice that there is a wall that's slightly inset on the right-hand wall. You can just about hopefully make out that there's.
Yeah.
So there's also a handle. It's not concealed. You get the impression that it's probably the other side that has been hidden from view.
Yeah. Let's crack it open then.
There's also a spiral staircase in this room that is leading upwards, and you can feel a slight draft coming down.
So we can go up or out, lads.
I favour up.
Go up then.
Cool. Okay. So as you climb the stairs, there you then
Unless it starts to
reach-
get dark, in which case I suggest we turn around and head back down towards the light.
Oh, sure.
So at this stage, so you then enter another floor that appears to be an aviary.
Oh yeah.
The stairs do continue going upwards, however, it is blocked by a single raven. The rest of the aviary is entirely deserted.
Wasn't there something about the crow at the party?
Oh yeah, the invisibility for the raven, or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Do we need to be invisible?
We might need to be invisible to get past the raven.
Um,
Is the raven looking at us? Like, is it
Uh,
lock
yeah,
on?
the raven is looking at you, but it's barring the way if you want it to continue upwards. So
say, do you understand us?
I do now. I am the guardian. I
Hello,
protect.
Mr. Guardian.
Say again, sorry.
Hello, Mr. Guardian. How's it going?
I think it's Mr. the Guardian.
Sorry, Mr. the Guardian.
The guardian is a title, not my name. I have been sent to protect the king from the old ones.
Right. Who's the old ones and who's the king?
The old ones are descendants of a race that you call mind flayers.
Oh, interesting.
They wipe the memory of all those around them. They are attempting to escape the end of days. They believe that if they can obtain the king, they can ride him to freedom.
Ride him.
My comprehension of your language may not be able to convey the word correctly. That is the closest approximation I can manage.
I think
Right.
I've seen one of them
Well, where?
back at the party.
Oh, which person?
He was sort of invisible and on the ethereal plane at the same time. But he was at the
Oh.
bar. I tried to toast him cheers, and then he attempted to read my mind and
Right.
then vanished.
It doesn't sound terribly social then.
No.
Hmm.
But he looks like kind of what a mind flayer would become given enough time. Given enough... Yeah, time.
Gotcha. Okay. So can we go and see the king?
Only the most worthy may approach His Highness.
And how, my queen feathered friend, would we prove ourselves worthy?
Because we're definitely worthy.
To prove it, you must provide any three of the following. I am after a black pearl, an iridescent drink, a potion of advantage, the Arcana key, a historical record of the fall of Azanthium, and the idol of the mind cleanser.
Do we have any of those?
Unfortunately, I drank the potion of advantage last session. Well, no, session before.
Can you go through those again for us?
Of course. Would you like me to type them out?
Yes!
I wouldn't mind that, to be honest. No.
Really
So
helpful of you.
The historical record we could probably get from that library.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Do you realise you're stuck in a time loop?
The iridescent drink is the invisibility potion from the party.
Yeah.
After party, even.
Curious. I am not the one that is trapped. You are the ones that are caught in the time loop. I am simply the guardian, and have been for all time. You have arrived late.
Right. That's not as comforting as it could be.
So iridescent drink is that invisibility potion. Historical record we can probably get from the Oobly Blue.
Yep. At this stage, as you've talked to the crow, the number on the ball reads 10, and all outside lights have dimmed to darkness. You probably have time to interact with one more thing, if you wish, or you can wait for the reset.
Do we? The crystal ball. Is it? Could it be described as a black pearl?
No.
No. Okay.
Nice thought, but no.
An iridescent drink, a potion of advantage, an arcana key, the historical record is full of Xanthium, the idol of the mind cleanser. Arcana key. What place have we been? We've been to the.
So we started at the market. Then we went to the party. We went to the cellar of the party.
Went to the library.
Went to the library.
Then the after party. Back to the start.
Then we went back to the start. Then we hit up the after party. Then we hit up the Sky Garden.
So what if we go around one more time? Get the drinks from the party. Go to the library. Go to the other two places, which I suspect might be historical record and the arcana key, and that'll be golden.
Let's do that.
Let's do that then.
2 seconds. I'm just, for the sake of prosperity, I'm just typing out the locations for you, just so that you can confirm that you haven't missed anything.
We've not been to the forest yet.
We've not.
But we might not need to at this point. We were talking about going back to the Sky Garden at the beginning of the loop in order to see if we could get the paper before it was burned.
Oh, yeah.
But that was for the bridge, and we can get across that without it anymore.
If we gank the guy at the after party, maybe he'll drop the idol.
Ooh, yes. He's in the ethereal plane, though.
The ethereal plane, though.
Like, we couldn't see the guy when we were invisible, could we?
No.
It's just any three of those, right?
Correct.
Can we have multiples of the same one?
No.
Shit.
But we could all just come back here invisible and sneak past you, mate.
I can see through invisibility.
No,
Right.
but the guys who were making the notes had the potion pointing at a bird. Do I remember seeing anything else in their notes that might hint as to that might make more sense in the context of what we now know we need?
No, because you only were able to see the open page.
Okay.
There may or may not have been more in the journal if you were to flick through it, but
I guess let's go to the library. We may or may not get 2 items. If we do, then
Let's go. Let's go back outside. Let the time loop happen, and we'll. It's weird the things you say nonchalantly after a while.
Cool.
See you earlier, bird.
So, if you are going to step outside into the darkness, you you can now see the things that Freya described, but there are thousands of them now flooding into the house.
Shutting down.
At which point, everything resets. You're back at the market.
Okay, I think
Okay.
after party first.
Yeah. So no, we'll have to go to the party to get invited to the after party.
No, we know where the after party is.
You know where the after party is.
So
So
we need to. It's not like we have to be invited to go.
no, you now know the location. The only place that you can, there are several places that you can't reach directly. That is the Sky Garden, and that is the palace,
Right.
as they were accessed.
Sky Garden. If we wanted to, we could just say to the bloke.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I assume
Can we get straight to the stepping stones now, though? If we wanted to. Or do we have to go via the Sky Garden to get there?
That would be via the Sky Garden.
Okay. So first of all, we go to the after party.
Yes. We get the drink.
We each get a drink. So can I get 2 copies of the drink?
Sure, why not?
Can I try and distract and pickpocket the book from the 2 monks to see if there's anything else in there?
Yep. Is there a pickpocket specific skill? Otherwise, that'll be
Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand, of course.
Before you do that though, we need to keep interactions to a minimum, lest it gets reset too early.
True.
I think it's worth it to get the book in case it's got more notes about other things. But then again, this didn't tell us where to get things. The page that I saw only.
So to what things?
Yeah. So actually, maybe let's just skip the book for now. We can come back for it in another loop if we get stuck.
Sounds good. Let's do that.
Get the drink and then go to the library.
So at the moment, it is reading the number 2. I'm assuming that you will take the crystal ball, as that does not consume an action.
Yes.
Yeah.
If it's free, we're going to do it. We love a bargain.
Yeah.
Yes. Cool. So yeah, it's currently reading. So it started on 1. It's now at 2 after you've attained the iridescent drink.
Fantastic.
Okay, as I've got 2 copies of it, when we get into the library, I'm going to drink one of the iridescent drinks.
Of course. Okay, so Great Library.
Just so that we don't have another encounter with those librarians.
Of course. So, yeah, you've got the reception, and then you've got the 3 wings: the historical archives, religions through time, and the Arcana Index.
Let's try the Arcana Index first, see if we can get a key out of it.
Well, would it make sense to split up and try and get 3 things at once? Because the Idol of the Mind Cleanser might be a clue in the religions through time.
Isn't it not just going to be those weirdos again who wanted you to spank them?
If I'm not the one who goes in there, then maybe it will be fine.
Ah, right. I don't know. I'd rather not split up.
All right, fair enough. So we'll go into the Arcana Index to see if we can find the Arcana key.
Okay, so like the religious area, this is a custom designed area. There are a lot of different runes written across the wall in all sorts of different languages. You get the impression that there's no inherent magical power. They're more examples as opposed to like warding or anything like that.
Yeah.
There's several different tables that look like they could be used to either enchant or mix together things, and then rows and rows of books. As you are looking for something in particular, can I have an investigation with advantage from each of you, please?
Natural 20!
I'm not gonna bother.
I mean, it's only a 21.
Okay, so
23. I'll bolster that with Synac.
Oh, there's a point. Yeah, guidance to make that a 23.
29.
You are all drawn to a very specific book that looks actually slightly out of place. Had you been looking for it without knowing what you're looking for, there's probably a 1 in 100 chance that you would have found it. However, it is the inscription on it. It doesn't seem to make a lot of sense, but it seems to say the word lupus. And
It's
once
never lupus.
if you were to take the book, you realise that it's considerably weightier than a book should be, but is entirely hollow. And inside there is a round codex-looking artifact that one might approximate to be the Arcana key.
Right. Yeah. So we got 2 out of 3. Let's go to the historical record and see if we can find the historical record of the fall of Byzantium.
Lovely.
Same again.
Yes, please.
Ooh.
That's gonna be
14.
35.
I should have guided you.
I'm rolling sub 10 each time, so I imagine that as I touch the first book, you're like, I've got it.
Yeah. So Freya and Fenwick spend their time to no avail. Perhaps if they were to continue looking and consume more time, they might find it. But Tommy seems instinctually drawn towards there are. What did you say you got? Was it 35?
35.
35. Okay. So there are 2 books that catch your eye. So
Right.
one of which is indeed the historical fall of Byzantium, did I say?
Yeah.
Historical record of the fall of Byzantium.
There we go. Cool. And then there is another one. I wasn't.
Ooh, is this like a tome of clear thought or something?
Uh-huh.
Or a manual of dexterity?
So hold on one moment.
If any number was gonna get that, it'd be a 35, but I don't think it is.
I mean, Freya got a bump to her wisdom.
Yeah.
It's possible that we could find a manual that increases dexterity.
Sorry, 2 moments. I've misplaced it. Nope, can't. Sorry.
Or it's a book with a chain that acts as a magic flail.
Sorry, 2 seconds.
Actually, there is a magic item that is essentially a +1 flail, but it is just a book on a chain.
Huh?
That's somewhere in Candlekeep.
Does it get weaker each time you hit it as more pages fall out of it?
No, it's a magic book. It doesn't fall apart. I think, however, if you're not careful, it might try to just bite you.
Okay. So, okay. I can't find it offhand, but Tommy, it is a book labeled The Chronicles of, and then it has your native last name, who I've forgotten.
What, like the House of Caliban?
Yes, that's the one. Thank you.
Yeah, that's gonna be only a 10 to sleight of hand.
Yeah, I mean, you're free to take. Oh, are you trying to avoid other people seeing that you're taking it?
Yeah.
Can I get advantage by throwing the correct book directly at someone's head? Here you go.
You absolutely can, because I love that idea.
23. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to roll perception to see if I spot this.
Go for it.
24.
Oh, you saw it. You sly dog, you.
I rolled really badly, so I don't see it.
But
I got a 13.
So
Yeah, the correct book beans you in the dome.
I was literally about to say the book hit you in the head.
I'm invisible. How do you know where to throw it?
He wasn't throwing it at your head.
Oh,
You
okay.
just got in the way.
He was throwing it to Fenwick. I was between Fenwick and him.
It just stops in midair. I didn't know you had telekinesis.
And then you just hear an ow.
Yeah,
The spine got me right in the eye.
yeah. Okay.
Fenwick will wink at you as you tuck it away.
Yeah, fair.
Alright, so are we done with this hellhole?
I think so. Let's burn it down and then go.
Okay, yeah, I cast Continual Flame.
Cool.
Continual flame specifically doesn't burn, though.
Does it not?
No, that produces flames which don't
Creates
spread.
no heat and doesn't use oxygen.
Yeah.
It can be covered or hidden but not smothered or quenched. Doesn't say that it doesn't burn things.
I'm going to give you one other thing because I feel that if you can't reward a 35, I mean, what are you going to reward? So usually you'd have to look specifically for it, but you just happen to notice it as you glance around. There is a secret exit within the historical archives that seems to lead straight out towards the palace.
Let's go that way then.
Yep. See, I took, at the last long rest, I swapped to Continual Flame so that I could burn down the library.
For shits and giggles, can one of the cultists make an intelligence saving throw, please?
Absolutely. That is a 2.
He thinks the books are on fire.
Okay. As you are leaving, you hear a shout come across from the other wing, and the words are, "It's a sign, it's a sign."
If he actively tries to put it out, he will physically hurt himself. They are real to him.
Phantasmal Force.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Nicely done.
Yeah,
Yeah, unfortunately, the cleric spell list doesn't really have too much in the way of fire.
Yeah, it's got Sacred Flame, but no
That's
real
Radiant.
Flame. Yeah, exactly.
I've got Word of Radiance, but that does radiant damage to creatures specifically.
I mean, Tommy will just pull out a Zippo and a bottle of booze.
Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, I'm happy to just fashion Molotovs.
To Freya, yeah.
Thank you.
You know, as a very wise rabbit once said, keep it simple, stupid.
lovely. Are you off to the palace at this stage?
I'm off to the palace with the library burning down behind us.
Excellent. So you are coming from a different angle this time. You are coming through the garden, which is located on the eastern side. So you'll be coming in at the bottom right through like a little side gate, which, while it is locked, can I just have a thieves' tools check?
Oh, yeah.
I really don't think this is going to stop you, and you've still got half of your time left.
It's going to be a 14 plus a d6.
Plus a d4.
Yeah.
23.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. You pick it with ease. So, is there anything that you will encounter? So yeah, so you're in like a pantry area. Assuming you continue through towards in a westerly direction towards the staircase, you will pass through the kitchen, where you will see a series of servants preparing food. But it appears as if they, under some kind of hypnosis, there's there's a zombie-like repetitiveness to their actions, and they do not react to your presence in any way, shape, or form.
I vote we ignore all of them and don't interact with them at all and just go straight to the bird.
I think that's fair enough. Yeah.
Cool, lovely. So yeah, you pass through there. You'll pass through. You will pass through the library. And there are two more of the researchers / cultists, but they are unconscious. And there is a open notebook that just says Abraxas will come. But I'm assuming we're skipping on through. Cool.
Freya will ask for the zipper and the bottle of booze.
I said I will appear over Freya's shoulder, unbidden, like a little devil on the shoulder.
Yep. Cool. Lovely.
Can we wait till we left the building before we set it on fire?
Freya doesn't wait.
Okay. You've now started the ticking clock, but that's fine. So you once again return to the Raven, and it goes,
How's it going, bud?
I am the Guardian.
Yeah, we know.
Ah. And he looks, the Raven appears as if it's looking through you, and he goes, ah, yes, I see. You have the things I have.
Here's your potion, here's your key, here's your book. Okay,
Here's
done.
Brother Rook. No, wait, that one wasn't a book. The Arcana key wasn't a book, was it?
No, the Arcana key was a codex.
Okay.
So it will take the items in its feathers, and then it seems to sort of magic them away into a small pocket dimension, and then stands aside. As you are going, it will say,
Yeah, thank you would be nice.
it will say, beware. Beware your place of origins, for something hunts there.
What, to me, or?
It will say that generally. It is unclear who that is directed towards.
Beware your place of origin, for something hunts there.
Do you mean like the market?
It is unclear. It is incredibly cryptic.
I'm just going to assume it's more librarians at my village.
What's our crystal ball up to as we go past?
It is on the number. Oh god. It's now on the number 6. So you enter. You enter the top of the tower, and entombed in crystal is.
Lucius?
There is. There is a. It is a black reflective crystal. So you guys can't see through. However, Fenwick, you can see yourself and the other party members through Lucius's eyes. So he is on the other side of that, looking through.
He's in there.
Well, I've noticed you.
Hello, friend.
Do we just throw the ring at the crystal or something?
Let's try that first before we get more violent, and I'll touch the ring to the.
Cool. As the smoke from downstairs starts to fill the room, Um,
I'll just close the door.
the ring is absorbed into the crystal, and all three of you are then zapped back out to where you began, in hither. Except Lucius's mind is no longer screaming at Fenwick; it is within his own body. Lucius is now mobile again, and you are all.
Is Lucius with us now?
So
Or is he
you
still back at the... Or presumably he's still back at the entrance to Tither?
So the three of you are currently standing just outside Learmon's tiny hut,
Okay.
looking inside. I'm not sure if you can see through or not. I'm going to say that you can't, but you can step through.
Is going to cast Disguise Self to make himself look like himself, but 80 or 90 years old, and then he's going to hobble in to the tiny. Yes, you've been asleep for 80 years, my boy.
Okay, Freya will pull her helmet's visor down so you can't see anything, and we'll just stand there silently. We'll walk in and just stand there silent.
Where were you? The world ended while you were asleep. Crabs run things now. All hail the crabs.
And then Freya will just go,
Oh. If that doesn't get an inspiration coin, I don't know what.
I love how we get it for the most pointless shit. I'm not complaining anyway. It's just very. Oh, the crabs run things now.
And that is the end of that time loop adventure.
Hey, nice.
Yay!
What was the deal going on with the?
So the idea was I can't remember the name of the creature, but it's like a mind flayer lich.
An algoon.
Yes. So and they have got. So the idea is actually that this town is at the end of time, and as everything is fading away, these creatures which feed off memories have. They've invaded the forest and sealed it off to stop people wandering through, but they're slowly seeping into the town, making everyone forget. And just their objective was, if they could get to Lucius, they could then hide in his mind and then travel back with him, and obtain. They would. So there is a second part of their goal that I think Rich would understand why it would be very bad if these things then controlled Lucius, but I don't want to reveal certain
That's
key points.
entirely that.
So,
if Freya had figured out that these things were were making people forget, she would be tempted to just knock out all the researchers and just hog tie them and throw them into the forest.
yeah, so if you were to venture into the forest on your own, you would be overwhelmed by the Mind Flayer Plus type creatures and it would reset. If you were to head in with the gorilla team that you found in the cellar, you would survive long enough to obtain the idol and get back out. They'd all be slaughtered, but you'd be fine.
People at the party were slaughtered.
Where was the black pearl?
So in the patch of fertile ground in the Sky Garden, if you had dug there, you would have found both the pearl and the key to the side gate. Not that you needed it because you could pick the lock.
Nice.
So,
Do you know what we are doing next, Mike?
so well, that is up to you. So,
Freya still wants to go and take care of that hag, and
Yeah.
now if we have a party of 4, I don't know if Rich is up for playing 2 characters at once.
Sure. I mean,
yeah, there is I will need to discuss that with Rich, but for now, yes, there is a party of 4. I'm absolutely happy with that. I believe so. Freya's got her request to go back and gank another old lady. Tommy has a special request, which is certainly available.
And if you wanted a
And,
party of 5, I could bring my backup character.
and,
I don't think he's got any combat spells. It's just health.
and then Rich has just completed his goal.
Nice.
So yes, I feel here's probably a good point.
Yeah.
Stop.
I think we'll
What
have
we're
to.
going to do with peace and quiet?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was about to say. I think we'll have to figure out how willing Fenwick is to continue to hear more of Lord Lucius.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
so fuck off.
No. No.
Do you guys know what you would like to do next?
Tommy will flick one of the coins in his hand and ask if the others want to come over to my place.
Sure.
Okay.
In which case, he'll if we're happy to do that, Tommy will flick the coin up in the air. It burst into smoke and form a little doorway to hell.
Cool. Do we want to begin that next session? Or I don't know what time people's cutoff is.
I am both post-COVID and currently having a Crohn's flare-up, so
That is fine. We will begin at Tommy's request, and hopefully that will give me enough time to figure out why I can't access Foundry. So,
no worries. Thanks, Mo. That was super good.
Awesome. I'm glad that you liked it. I was trying with something slightly different there. So
that was good.
Yep. I assume that we get a long rest as well.
Yes. I mean, you've still got Learmon's tiny hut up, so
that's not
so
the
you
button.
can rest.
I'm assuming also that we don't level up from this.
You do not know. You have, however, gained a 4th party member, which I feel. Yeah.
Can I make a point of clarification?
Yes.
We had 2 long rests in the time loop. 2, 3.
So
they weren't really long rests; those were more rewinds to the beginning.
Yeah, it was a reset back to the state where you'd just taken a long rest.
Got you. So in essence, then my my Charm of Valhalla, with the long rest from the. Now we are going into one from Tiny Hut. That would be now at 2, I believe.
Correct. Yes. How many long rests does it require?
7.
7. Okay.
And then I can have more Vikings.
We're not going to have them for the next hag fight.
We're really not. No, not unless we take a 5-day holiday.
I mean, we are going to hell.
Time does operate differently in hell.
It does, especially when you're having fun.
Just we'll chill on the beach, on the shores of the Styx, and work on our infernal tans for 5 days.
At the end of the long rest, Fenwick will once again give you a candle and ask you to participate. Will you accept the candle?
Yeah.
All right then.
And once the ritual is complete, the ghostly form of Agden Longscarf appears before fading out.
Interesting.
Agden Longscarf, local man who was killed.
Does he react at all to our presence? Does he seem aware of us?
Yeah, as soon as he sees you, he scatters away as he fades out.
That's so funny. Agden. Oh, I love him, but stupid bunny man.
You hear that, lads? They think they can kill me.
Those are possibly the finest last words I have ever heard.